Hello everyone, welcome to Dear Love Talk with me, James.
And Helena.
Feel free to email us your questions at questions@lovetalkshow.tv because this program is dedicated to you and to the questions you have with anything to do with your love life.
Absolutely. Feel free to email us anytime and we will answer each question individually.
Now the first question comes from Jennifer Rock in Leicester, and she says, I always hear people say that getting married is a bad idea because you are stuck to one person for life. I like my boyfriend immensely, but every time he brings up commitment, I get cold feet because of this idea of waking up next to the same person for the rest of my life. What do I do? Well, I think this shows that you're probably not ready for commitment. And because the thing is, when you are sure that the person you're dating, the person you're engaged to, is the person for you, you never think, I'm going to wake up to next to this person for the rest of my life. You think the opposite. I mean, you do think you're going to wake up next to them the rest of your life, but in a good way. It's like, I'm going to have the privilege of being with this person forever, to share good moments, bad moments. Now, if you're thinking that waking up next to this person every single day and seeing their messed up hair when they wake up in the morning, no makeup, if you think that's a bad thing, you should probably not think about marrying this person in the first place.
I would even say, forgive me, but I'll say it anyway, maybe it will help you, that, because you said, what shall I do? I think you are with the wrong person. Because if you don't feel that way towards the person you are dating, then you don't love the person. You haven't yet understood what love is. To me, love is like a diamond. You found that diamond and you don't want anyone else to buy it or to have it. It's yours. So even if you are still finishing your degree, but you still have some stability, or you are ready, you want to get married, you want to secure your diamond, you want to look after it, you can't wait to be, to hold that diamond, to keep it, to protect it.
But there's also the case, we have to say, because you were saying probably you are with the wrong person. There's also the case that maybe you are the wrong person. Let me explain that, because if you have an issue within yourself to do with commitment, you can't stand it, you're afraid of it, then maybe the person you're with is great. They're, faithful, they're honest, they're hardworking, they love you. But maybe the problem is with you. You might have to address that. So don't discard the person straight away and think that they're wrong. Perhaps look at you and see if the problem is with you. But for sure, when you have someone that, you love this person and there isn't an issue within yourself, you don't think, I'm going to be tied to this person for the rest of my life, it's going to be horrible. On the opposite, you'll get excited because you're going to be starting to enjoy life on a different level, because enjoying something you like with the person you love, it's twice as better.
Yeah, you can't wait to build a life together and be happy and have your family. It's actually a very, very good point what you said, and that makes me even remember certain cases where the person knows that she has a commitment issue, but she keeps on going, dating and dating for a long time,
and thinking the person, that others are the problem.
No, and not only that, they know they have a problem with commitment, but they kind of, I'm not saying it's your case, okay? I'm talking to those out there who have a commitment issue and they are aware of it. Don't waste other people's time. Be honest, because imagine, I've known someone who was dating this person for quite a few years, many years. And suddenly, I'm sorry, I'm not ready for this. So the other person was felt completely misled and so unhappy and so heartbroken. And the other question is it possible to be 100% honest all the time and not hurt the other person's feelings? Yes, it is possible. In my point of view, it is. How you may ask? Well, you can tell the truth, always tell the truth. You should always tell the truth. But there is a way, of telling the truth. There is the right time to say what you want to say, and the right environment.
And we have to say, Elena, let's just look at the definition of being honest, because some people...
Honesty is true.
Yeah, but some people, for example, they feel they have the right to attack the person, and they put down that attack to honesty. They say, for example, oh, you look horrible. That's not honesty. That's
or you look fat.
Yeah, that's not honest. That's being mean.
Yes.
Or, say, my colleague at work is more beautiful than you. She looks after herself better than you. That's not being honest. That's being...
That's destroying. It's called destroying.
Yeah. So, be careful, because the definition of honesty is not giving you a green card for you to say whatever you want. Honesty, you can be honest without hurting the person, but be careful that you don't confuse honesty with being mean.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
So nothing else on that?
No.
Okay, perfect.
No, be careful with your words, that's all, and be always very truthful, but kind as well.
Okay, so the last question is for me. It says, my wife and I get on well most times, but when we can't agree on something, it often turns to an argument. How do you deal with stalemates? Well, this happens to everybody. I mean, you and I, Elena, we don't always agree.
No, of course not. We are two different people.
For example, we're here recording the program right now, and Elena was saying, oh, it's really cold. Can you switch off the air conditioning? I went there, switched off, and then now it's a little bit warm. But you have to, for me it's fine, for you it's not fine, but we always have to reach that middle ground.
Yeah, but if it were a few years ago, we would have an argument right here, right now, because he would say, listen, we have to get on with this and make up your mind.
And I would say, look, I switched off the air conditioning 5 minutes ago, what's wrong?
But he decided to be kind and to be understanding and to, be understanding. That's it. Sometimes you just have to be understanding and agree to disagree.
Yeah. and the thing is, it's important to mention that we even agree on most things. I mean, you probably agree with your partner with most things, but there will always be something that you don't always agree on. And the important thing is, number one, to understand that this is okay, it's normal. Some people, Elena, think that because I don't agree always with my partner, it means we're not on the same level. It means we're not fit for each other. That's wrong.
It's completely wrong.
It's normal. But also, you need to have a strategy in place. I think it's important, for example, that couples say, listen, guys, or listen, when we don't agree on something, let's agree to come back to that later.
Yes.
Let's agree to discuss this
have a strategy.
Exactly. And when our heads are cooler, or when we're calmed down. And when you do that, you may not have a solution for that immediately. You may have to come back to it later. But eventually you will reach an agreement.
And think with me, how boring would it be for your partner to always say yes and agree with everything? And I mean, it shows no personality whatsoever. The person is a yes person. So I'm not saying it's nice to fight. That's not what I'm saying. But I have different tastes. He has a different taste. But what we choose to do is to agree to please one another. Yeah. And to, I'll give in because I want to make him happy. That's what relationships are about. It's not about me, it's about the other person. Yeah,
and be careful that, for example, some people, it's like they have a scorecard of how many times I gave in and how many times you gave in. Last time it was me that gave in to whatever you wanted to do. Don't keep a scorecard. If you gave in 10 times and your partner gave in once, there's no winner or loser. The winner is the relationship.
It's actually very mature. So that shows, a lot of immaturity right there. So
absolutely. So we hope that today's program has helped. And remember, you can contact us via Facebook or via email on questions@lovetalkshow.tv. Send us any question you have regarding relationships. And remember, we will be as honest as possible. We don't claim to have the perfect relationship, but in going through our own problems and dealing with them and helping other couples, we believe we can also help you.
Absolutely.
Until next time, have a wonderful day.
Bye.